All right, we are live. We'll just wait for a little while and see who comes on. I'm just going to check that everything is live and well on our page.
Oh, you mean on the Facebook?
Yes, yeah, I always just check, make sure that everything is all good. Looks all good.
Oh, I got the alert from YouTube. It's live.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, we're live on Facebook and YouTube.
Wow. So that's all integrated.
Yes, it's all integrated, all comes through, goes at the same time.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the advantage of this StreamYard, right?
That's right. Yeah. Hello, everyone. We've got someone on right now. So I'm just going to kick it off right now because it is 7:01 and let's just get into it. So hi, everyone. We are here tonight to talk about business intelligence and data analysis. What's the difference between the two? And what does it look like when they're both brought together in a role? So I'm very, 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 very happy to have Lincoln Hu with us tonight. Now, Lincoln he works full-time as a reporting architect, and he's also one of our tutors for the Business Intelligence Data Analyst Job Ready Programme. So welcome, Lincoln. Thank you for joining us and giving us your time.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Awesome, fantastic. So let's just kick it off, Lincoln. Like I said, we're really, really wanting to, we have a lot of people coming through that are, especially this year, I think it might have had something to do with the lockdown and people rethinking their career and where they're at. But we have a lot of people that are wanting to change career. Also, people that have studied statistics, management, banking, and all this. And they're looking at something in the IT field. And so a lot of people have been going into BI, data analysts. So I wanted to just give a bit of a framework around those two roles and how they fit together as well. So to kick it off, can you just explain a little bit about what is business intelligence?
Yeah, business intelligence. So before I explain the business intelligence, I'm trying to say for those people, if you want to change your career and your previous career is whatever the role, for example, the business role or statistics role or any other roles, the business intelligence would be a perfect fit for you because, that's what I'm going to explain. Business intelligence, it combines with business and intelligence. So intelligence means technology. So you have the understanding of the business, how the company running the business and how the company operating the business. And then you understand the business, then we use the technology to, for example, Power BI, to collect the data from the business system, and then we analyze the data in the technology, for example, Power BI, to produce the reports and insights in the report and dashboard. And then we can tell people the story in the reports, in the dashboards. So that's pretty much, basically the business intelligence. What we do, we basically collecting the data from different systems and convert the raw data into more meaningful information and present into report and dashboard and provide the people, the company, the decision makers, the insights, the information, so they can make a better decision on that.
Okay.
Based on that report,
Right. And what kind of technologies do you use for that side of things? I know that with BI, it's kind of like, before we came on, we were talking a bit about it, and with the difference between BI and data analysis, I said it's kind of like a shop, a storefront, and you've got inside your shop, right? And business intelligence is the people in the back unloading all the good stuff. They're putting all the things together. They're unloading everything. They're putting all the data together in the back of the storefront. And data analysis is bringing all the clothes to the front and putting them on mannequins and making it all pretty.
Yeah.
Would that be a good analogy?
Yeah. That's a good explanation. So yeah, from my understanding, business intelligence is a big thing, a big process. So in the back end, just like you mentioned, you said, Carla, the business intelligence developer, they're doing the back end job. For example, building the data warehouse, also collecting the data from different systems, building the ETL process, extract, transform, and load process. So extract data from different systems, transform the data based on the business format, and then load into data warehouse, load into report. Then for the data analyst, they are more like front-end people. So once the business intelligence developer, they load the data into data warehouse, then the data analyst can get the data from the data warehouse and put into the visualizations, into the report, and building the reports, building the dashboard, and present to the business users. So that's a job that data analysts do. So yeah,
Right.
like you said, one is backend, the other one is frontend. So I think that's the main difference here.
Yeah. I suppose with that too, like with data analysis, being a data analyst, you are, like you said, presenting to stakeholders your outcomes, what you've found by analyzing the data, depending on what they're trying to extract from that.
Yeah, exactly.
So how do those two in a role? How would those two? I mean, they're very powerful, both of them, as separates. But how would they work together in a role? Because we do have our business intelligence data analyst job ready program combined. It's kind of like, I call it like a full stack software developer, but on BI data analysis.
Yeah. So yeah, that's BI and the data analyst program. It's like you said, it's a full stack of all the skills we require. You require to become a business intelligence developer as well as a data analyst. So usually in a big organization, they have the specialized business intelligence team and a separated data analysis team. So in the business intelligence team, they are more responsible for building the data warehouse and collecting data from various different data sources into one place, which is data warehouse, and then also building the ETL process or automating the ETL process to extract data, transform data, and load data into data warehouse. So that's a business intelligence team do. Yeah. And for the data analysis team, what they do is they use the data or get the data from the data warehouse, which is already being loaded by the business intelligence developer. So they don't need to worry about extract, transform, and load data into data warehouse. They just need to use the data from the data warehouse and put into the report and use different kinds of visualizations, different types of visualizations like bar chart, column chart, pie chart, or matrix table to summarize the information into the report, into the dashboard, and can give people the insights based on the data. Yeah, and they can also provide the details in the report so people can see the summarized information. Then if they want to see the detail, they can also drill through or drill down to the detail in the report, in the dashboard. So that's a data analysis team they do. So that's a difference, I think. Yeah, and that's how they work together in an organization. So the connection will be the data warehouse. So the data warehouse will be, for the business intelligence developer, they're responsible for loading the data into data warehouse. But for the data analyst, they use the data from the data warehouse, then they produce insights and information in the report and dashboard. So that's how they work together in a company environment.
Right. Okay. And in the small companies,
Yeah.
you carry off both of the roles.
Yeah.
In a larger companies, you could possibly have this separate.
Yeah. In a small sized or medium sized company, probably you need to do all the job. You need to work as a business intelligence developer to build the backend, as well as you need to work as a data analyst to build the front end, the visualization, the dashboard reports. But in a big organization, normally it's specialized into different teams.
Right. Here's one. I know we've discussed this before, but I think, there's some other people that haven't seen our one of our videos we've had before. What would a typical day in the life of a BI/data analyst look like? What would it look like?
Yeah, that's a good question, and it's always being asked. A typical day, for example, myself, a typical day for me is, or for a junior developer or intermediate developer or data analyst, you will need to talk to different people from different departments for the requirements. So what they want to see in the report, and what report you can provide to them to help them to make decision, or you can provide what kind of insights they require to make them do their job easier. So then that's the first part. You need to spend time with different stakeholders from different departments, from the operational team up to the management team, the leadership team, different stakeholders. You need to discuss about the reporting requirements. So that's first part. Once you got the requirements from the stakeholders, then you need to figure out where you can collect the data. So you will go to different places, different systems to collect the data. And then, so that's the second part. Then once you collect the data, you need to transform the data and load the data into a data warehouse, because data warehouse is the best practice, or it's a core of the whole business intelligence. So it transform the data, load the data into data warehouse, design the ETL. So ETL process, it's like a program, or it's an integration. You can automate the data pipeline from the data sources to the data warehouse. So so that's the first part. You discuss requirements, then design collect data. Second part, design ETL, data warehouse. Third part, and then the last part, the fourth part. If you are data analyst, then you need to design the reports and dashboards. Use different type of visualizations, for example, different charts, pie chart, column chart, bar chart, to present the data in the report, in the dashboard, and then finally deliver to the stakeholders, to the users. Then they use the report, they use your dashboard, and you probably also need to provide some training to the users, to the stakeholders, once you deliver that report to the users and stakeholders. And the stakeholders and users, they will also, once they use the report, they will also give you some feedback. So you might also need to improve the report later on. So that's pretty much what we do. Yeah, what do we do in a typical day as a BI developer or data analyst?
How you just said about, I might give you some feedback and about the report and how changes or something might. What would be an example of that? That's really interesting. What would be an example of changing that?
Yeah, for example, there's a financial report can show you the revenue and gross margin by region, by branch. Then, so you initially design. So the initial requirement from the stakeholders is to design a report to show the revenue and gross margin by region and branch, but then you make the report done and you deliver it to the stakeholders and users. So after they used the report, which is good, they find the report is very useful. They use the report for a while, and then they find that maybe it's better to have a breakdown to the detail level. So they want to see
to drill it down.
Drill it down to the transaction level.
Right.
Then they ask you to enhance or improve the report to have that drill down functionality. Then you need to change the report and design a drill down action or drill down functionality in the report. So that's something you can improve, and that's based on the user's feedback. Then you improve the report.
Okay. So here's an interesting question. As you're just talking, it just came to me. In my mind, right?
Yeah.
Maybe my mind's just different. But in my mind, having these meetings and having these requirements from stakeholders, different departments and everything, I suppose it'll be dependent on the actual business and how big it is, how often is that a continuous daily kind of thing, or is it something that's always ongoing?
Yeah,
I'm just trying to picture this so people can see it. How does that look in a place?
Yeah, it's something always ongoing, because as a business you need or as a BI developer or data analyst, when you do the reporting or dashboard, when you do the business intelligence, when you implement the business intelligence solution into the organization, you need to cover different areas of the business. For example, my company, OCS, is a commercial cleaning and facility management company, but our main business is commercial cleaning and facility management, but we have different departments. For example, we have operational department, which is responsible for the frontline staff to go to customer sites to provide the services. Then we also have finance department, which is the backend department to process all those finance transactions, the accounting receivable, payable, the payments payments to the customers, the payments received from the suppliers. And apart from that, the finance operational, we also have the quality management process. So when we provide the services to the customer, we need to do the audits to make sure we provide the good services to the customers. We also have QMS. We also need to make sure our employee is working safely and healthy on the customer side. So that's the health and safety part. And we also need to make sure we pay the employee, their working hours, their payment, it's all correct. So that's a payroll. And so based on that, then we have the reports will cover the finance, the operational, and the QMS quality management, and also the payroll, employee, health and safety. So
right. Yes. Now I'm starting to see the bigger picture as to what how much.
How much? And it's ongoing because every department they will have different requirements for different reporting to help them to either improve the process of the business or to help them to make a better decision. So for example, you will have the requirement from finance department to produce a finance report. Then you will have the requirement from operational department to produce the operational reports. Then you will also have the requirement from QMS quality management, and also you will have the requirement from payroll to provide the information for the employee, for the payroll, for the health and safety. So it's all kinds of different requirements from different departments, and it's always ongoing. And you need to work with different departments to to get those requirements implemented in the report and provide the insights.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's
Make
very
sense?
well put. It makes heaps of sense. Yeah. And I'm starting to think, on the scale of going down the line of sales, and
sales,
breaking it down in marketing and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff as well. That always is part of the business, in some sense, whether it's not as big as some, but some departments are just a bit bigger. But no, that's awesome. Fantastic, Lincoln, for that explanation. I think a lot of people, you've actually helped me. You actually help a lot of other people as well, I'm sure, to give a bit of insight into what that actually looks like for a company and where they could, feel that they want to be part of, as a BI developer or data analyst or both, if they want to go both ways.
And
Fantastic.
that's why in the beginning I said it's a perfect fit. Business intelligence, it's a perfect fit for those people who want to change their career, because business intelligence, a lot of time we need to understand the business. And if you have the working experience before, and for whatever the role, you must have the experience of the business. You understand the business, you have the business knowledge. So then you can still use your previous business knowledge, but now you learn the tech knowledge, and you can combine your business knowledge with your technical skills to convert the data into meaningful information based on the business knowledge you have. So that's a very good direction for those people. You have the working experience before, and you want to move to business intelligence.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. There is a question here, and I don't know if it's for you or for me, but it's from Neil Anjana. When you do BI projects in your company, do you use Agile methodologies?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
So we use Agile methodologies. It's just like the other software development. So we use Kanban board. So we can split a big project into small pieces, into different small tasks. Then we assign that task to different team members. They work on the small task, and then finally we can merge the small tasks into together and make that whole project be implemented.
Awesome, fantastic.
Yeah.
And Neil, I'll answer on the side of because our programs, those of you that are watching, our Job Ready programs are 6 weeks, and then you go over to a gifted internship, and that is with our partnering company MVP Studio, and they work on the Agile methodology as well.
Exactly.
Okay, then do we mirror the same in Industry Connect Agile? Yes, we do. Kanban, that because I can't answer whether that's what they use in MVP Studio, because that's a separate company, Neil. But we do use, well, not we, but they do use Agile methodologies.
Yeah. I think they use a Scrum methodology, Agile methodologies. They have the Scrum meeting. Scrum meeting. But in OCS, we use Kanban. So it's different approaches. But mechanism it's the same.
So there you go, Neil. Lincoln's just answered that, because he does obviously know some of the people at MVP Studio, and he said they use the Scrum Agile methodology. There you go. Thanks for that, Lincoln. Wonderful. Any other questions, anybody out there? I'll just wait for a few minutes, I think. Awesome. You're welcome, Neil. Fantastic. Well, I will just let's just wrap it up. Lincoln, thank you so much for your time and explanations and everything. I think it's really helped a lot of people and people that will be watching this replay as well. So I just want to tell everyone out there that our last intake for 2020 is the 30th of November. So I think that's about a week and a half away. What are we? Yes, around 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in the BI Data Analyst program, the link to apply and register your interest is in the comments, okay? So you'll get an information pack when you register your interest, and then one of our team will be in touch with you to just have a bit of a chat with you further, and if you've got any questions, you can ask them those questions, okay? So pop over to the comments. The link is in there, industryconnect.org/apply. Okay. Thanks again so much, Lincoln, for your time and explanations about everything.
No worries. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone. We'll catch you again soon. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.